I guess this is kind of what we're waiting for.
One a day till 100K. Look, I've been with plenty women, still don't know how women think. Been through the good and bad, really through the thick and thin. Sometimes I'm questioning the world that they be living in. Their standards be a fantasy to fan their public image. If it's Twitter, 6 figures isn't rich now, huh? But IRL, they gave it up for a chipped out blunt. I'd rather stay in the house and leave the bitch out front. I won't fit into your criteria list, now what? See, she say she like to sniff and hit a dab. I think Shotty wildin'. She go from power to the gas like she in a hybrid. Say she doesn't do this often, guess she got some mileage. She say she into Libras, I said I'm into silence. Come with baggage, I ain't carrying your luggage, bitch. She get to lying and she come up with the dumbest shit. Starts talking about my truth, I'm making fun of it. The greatest thing about truth is, it's only one of it, Cole.
Hey yo, what's good? CammyGBR, we are here. MEMBARZ madness. The event was fine. It was a good event. I think it was really unfortunate what happened. Basically half the card dropped out within a matter of days before. Really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. I think they had the battles that they had coming up to it. You know, they were fine enough battles. They were fine enough warm-ups. Fortunately, the main event could still happen, and another battle did. But a lot of it would have been warm-ups to the main event. But it was an interesting card anyway. It was actually an event where maybe even I learned quite a lot. Yang just asked me and director Shan to like how do we want the battle to look, how do we want to do this, how do we want to do that, and then really quick on the spot going and changing things, and you know, with Fiddler's Elbow being like, oh, how do we do the lights and stuff. So like Whispers and Maverick is not going to look like it's in the Fiddlers. It's going to look different, and we made a point in doing that when asked how should we make it look. Let's not make it look like a Fiddlers event. This is MEMBARZ and Fiddlers. This is how MEMBARZ looks. It was really interesting, just to get a little more insight on that production side of things. The crowd itself, like I said, like there was enough people. I'll say that there was enough people. I think the dropouts from the event kind of made things. Maybe people just didn't want to go for the amount of battles that dropped out. I get that, I do, but you know, it's still worth supporting, and the only way we continue these events and what can happen next is if we do show up and we do become part of the scene. So like there was a good number of people, but like there could have been more, especially for the main event battle. But I actually, you know, somewhat think the smaller room environment made this battle what it was, man. Made the main event what it was. So let's talk about the battles before we talk more about the event. Kid Villain versus Max Tatum. There's no way we're going to be able to judge this battle. I think this battle, the people in the crowd just they didn't know what they had. I didn't know what we had. No one knew what we had. You know, it's good to see Max Tatum in action. It's good to see him. I remember from the No Lose tournament and whatnot. Like, it's good to see him in the picture and kind of pick. I don't know if it's 100% always these on-beat battles, but the fact that he's on that kind of level now and working this way is, you know, that'll lead into the pen game stuff. Hopefully, it'd be good to see him try that area out. And like, because Pen Game UK, if you don't know, is quite a popular UK league right now. They do on-beat battles exclusively. If he leans into that, I think it'd be really successful for him. Kid Villain. Let's talk about Kid Villain, right? I have a lot of respect for this guy. I do, right? This guy comes over, me and another person, we're just chilling, we're at the table having drinks and whatnot, kind of, you know, letting the event roll on and whatnot. And he comes up to us and he's like, I think he recognized maybe myself or maybe the person I was with there, and just chatting away. And so I recognized him somehow, but I didn't 100%. I remember he had a jacket on, right? And I said that to him. I said, "You sure you had like a brown jacket?" Because it was coming to my head, right? This fucker goes, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about." And he wears that fucking jacket in the battle. He wears the jacket, and he's got this mask on, and it was so weird because talking to him before the battle, he was his government name, and in the battle he's Kid Villain. Like, and then afterwards we had a bit more of a reflective discussion between the two. It's this persona that he has on. I like that. I do. I think doing it on MEMBARZ is a difficult sell, and I respect him a lot for selling it, because this would have been the most difficult crowd to try and even push the narrative on, like, or at least have a crowd to kind of follow you in your journey. He takes that to other leagues. I think he'll do great. Just as long as he learns from the culture too. You know, like, he can't accept that he can just go and do the things that he does and everyone's going to be fine with it. Kind of, he comes to other leagues and whatnot, they, oh, this Kid Villain guy, yeah, and then he will learn something. He's new to the culture, in the nicest way. He's relatively new to battling. So when he was up there with Max Tatum, there's a point in the battle where he's like masked off and he's rapping, he's dissing, he's performing and everything, like that. They're both doing that, and then he takes his top off, and he's just this guy in shorts and a mask, and he stood there, stoic, like he's like Kratos in God of War. Like, I was asked him about this afterwards. It's like, of course I took my jacket off. I worked on this. I'm like, bro, you're special. How crazy is that? We're right to the main event. So, Maverick versus Whispers. As I've said on X, as I said in anywhere possible, it's everything that you want it to be. The battle is everything that you want it to be. You know, both high performance. Whispers talking the drug shit. He's going off, and Maverick, as he always does, gets into these pockets, angles, and a bit of jokes to break the ice at times, and, you know, perspectives, and even Whispers at times kind of counter right in, and I think Whispers had a rebuttal in the third or second. He had a rebuttal in there. This battle was amazing. Like,
It's getting loud like a bottomless brunch.
Go!
I said all this animation, I don't respect that much. Take a loss to me, you can fucking bet that much. I would step back once, you get your head cracked up, and when you slap the floor today, you won't fucking get back up.
Like, you're going to watch the battle, okay? And I feel like I have to put this premise in here, right? It's very side versus side. It's very much, the energy is absolutely there, but it's very much side versus side. It's Maverick side versus Whisper side, and there's just everyone's on stage. It's quite a close impact crowd. It's very, very interesting.
Like Van Damme, but it's all whispers when soldiers are around. Like, I'm Fran, do you not know the murder rate? Do you not know the murder rate? You're getting that antax, big sword. I'm feeling like his army when I grab that. But it's next play for the followers hating. They're getting ransacked, because I've got the perfect cut for all those sheep. A lamb shank. Let's go, Whispers!
I will say this, I'm a big fan of Whisper, so I'm reacting to his bars, but I'm behind Maverick. Whisper's team. Straight up. Right until Whispers goes.
I am Mourinho. This attack like MSN or Salamone and Firmino. Easy dub, San Marino. Hear the drum, the tambourine go, its head lost. Insanity or legs gone. Casemiro!
But I could see, the thing is, right, and the people that are there, you know, some good people there, like shout out Funky, Chronic and whatnot. I think Sky Nova Sky, the like some hosts there. You know, shout out to them. Like you could see in faces, in the faces that they're like, oh fuck, that's really good. Oh fuck, that's a really good bar. And here I'm throwing Maverick around like a fucking rag doll, and Whispers is getting thrown around by people, and like, you know, it's enjoying the battle. Everyone in the venue's enjoying it, and considering there wasn't that many people, like the energy was still there. The energy was still there. An amazing battle. Honestly, I'm cementing that as still Battle of the Year contender. And I want more of this, because I in that environment, and with how it was literally almost felt like gang versus gang. I don't know how many people keep their cool and do that, because a lot of times, and no slight to nothing else, and I'm only saying this as a matter of fact, like Premier Battles like don't flop, and all, like a lot of these other leagues are very friendly and they give to everyone fairly. So if you're on the stage and you're cooking, they're going to give you that credit, because the UK battle rap fan base is a very nice fan base, and it's actually one of the great things about it. It's culture driven, it's people driven. It's like, yes, there's prominent names as fans, but they're you know, there's some really nice people in it, you know, and that radiates across people that love hip hop, they love the battle rap, they love all this stuff. And this MEMBARZ event, there's people that love Whispers, and then there's UK battle rap. It's like there was a clear divide right here.
Yo, I realized when I was editing this, I actually didn't give anyone the win for the Maverick and Whisper. So I just let's throw that thought out there, right? The first and third are super close that I can't call it. I can't call the first and third. They are so close in regards to rounds. They both did very, very different things. So actually having someone win that, no, I have to rewatch it to actually give that prediction. Give that thought. But in battle rap, this might be like poor timing to discuss something like this. We would have this thing called Diddy rules, right? No, it's not what you're thinking. So back in the day with J Mills and E&S and making the band, it used to be a rule that if you stopped rapping, you lost. Even if it was for a second, you lost. That was like your round was, unless the other person did the same thing, you'd lost the round. In the second, Maverick has a very brief stumble. And it's definitely a stumble, because he's getting into his pocket, he's rapping and whatnot, and then he gets a reaction, and then it's almost though like whether he's expecting people to say the bar or not expecting people to say the bar, because he's caught in this 16 to 32 soliloquy of just things that rhyme and putting it all together in an amazing way. And so he has that, it's only a couple of seconds, and then he gets right back to it. But Whispers is clean in that second round. Is clean and is performing heavy. So the only round I can give to someone is Whispers in the second. But that's how close the battle is. That's how close this battle is. So just I can't call who exactly won. I can only give one person a round on first watch. Please, when it's out, check the battle, subscribe to MEMBARZ. Back to the video. Bang.
But honestly, it was an amazing battle.
Tight situations like Doctor Strange with lots of weight. Nigga, I was in the car playing Bashman when I was out with White. The shit is crazy. I done sold acid to alkaline. I'm out to I done sold acid to alkaline. I'm out to buy. Cause you weren't there on them blocks, bro. All I had was my blade. I really lived nights on the lookout like Jon Snow. And I say, oh my God.
Just wait for it to come live. And it'll look great. I've said everything that I need to say about it, but I just need to reiterate that it was a great event. Who knows what can come next for these guys? Whispers. I want to see Whispers back. I do, and I think you could get Whispers on this 2-on-2 at the end of the year. Whispers needs that. As much as he's kind of like, oh yeah, this is MEMBARZ is my league. I don't think he'd say no to an opportunity, and I think he's earned it at this point. Like even like I said, the 2-on-2 happening, you can maybe give him someone. Fucking hell, Whispers and Maverick is a 2-on-2. So after the event, I got to thinking of how do we keep battle rap moving in 2025. And I kind of just want to take this part now that we've done kind of the recap of the event, because unfortunately became a short event because of dropouts, just to discuss what I think should happen in 2024. I mean 2025. Like in the next year, and how we keep battle rap alive, essentially. How do we invest our interests? How do we keep coming back, or how do we get new people in, and what ways can we do that? Kid Villain, kind of watching how committed he was to his bit, seemed to affirm to me that something that we need, and I've thrown the term out before, it's a wrestling term, kayfabe. We need, in the next year, and I'm hoping that people watch this and take notice, I think we need to have storylines beginning to be crafted. That, in a hip-hop level, sounds cringe. Totally understand that ain't real street hip-hop, blah 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 blah. But at this point, this came around when it came to discussing about getting people involved in battle rap, getting people to support battle rap. How do we get someone to follow the culture? And for me, I think we need reasons for investment. So, like, there's stories that happen in battle rap that I think people don't discuss enough, or don't find a way to make a narrative fit. So what do I mean by that? I mean, like, one of the biggest battles in 2023 ended up being Dojo versus Lord Bentner. Why was that one of the biggest battles of the year? Because there was a storyline there, money was put in place, chatting shit, promo videos, and there was enough of a story there to follow. Oh, they've put money down on a lower level card. This must be a big battle. This must be worth something if they're putting money on the line. And we became invested in that story, and the fact Dojo won and skyrocketed almost right after that, and now main eventing with Moke and 2-on-2s and being on the plug. Shout out, fucking congratulations, my boy. You know, that's it. Kind of, he had the tryout and then he had a storyline. Yaneth in Free Will, that was a really big battle to have because of a storyline. You know, and I think a lot of times with a lot of battles that we have, there's stories to be told. They don't have to lie. It doesn't have to be a lie. This, for example, right? And I know Bobby's told me this, and so's Bloodstro, right? So I don't mind saying this sort of stuff. Bobby Rex was on about how Soul Khan and Sensa was the battle that he got into battle rap from. So like this was the battles like 2011, 2010, maybe 2009, whatever. They had a battle a long time ago, and that got him into battle rap. But you probably wouldn't have known that unless you either asked Bobby or hearing it from me now. But that's a story that could be told. Like in 2024, I faced both my idols. They could have a video with a black background and Bobby going, I'm gonna beat these guys because I'm better than them now. And they're not as good as they once were when I enjoyed them and I have outdone. There's a story to be told there. You know? Yunnan versus Gemini. Gemini was Ian Daniels, like when he was coming up in battle rap, and then he leans into like the Tony D Yunnan battle, and Tony D saying, I'm only winning this battle, I'm going to retire the title, but you can't win it.
When it comes title-wise, I'm a childish guy moving bratish car. I'm finished with it. I ain't playing. I just don't want you to have it. There will be no highs in this low life, cause I beat you, so did Shotty, and you lost the soul twice. There's levels to this, Tommy, and you almost reach it, but you don't quite.
10 years later, Yunnan still hasn't won a title. Gemini is now with the title, stopping Yunnan from winning what is probably rightfully his for over 10 years. Because no one has put more work in battle rap than Yunnan, like consistently. He should have been a champion. And now we got another member from E&D stopping Yunnan. That's a story to be told. Like there's in battle rap there is these little pockets, like why her battles booked? Why are they booked? Let's get them in. Like, tell us, let us know, or drop some sort of dime in the water. Then like someone like me and other people can play into that. I would love one day if there's, like, let's say Shotty and Gemini's announced, and then I could sit there and tell you people all about Shotty Horror and Gemini and where they crossed paths and arguments when they used to hate each other and now they're get on great, and like how long this is built up and the backlash from Shotty versus Tony D and other people's perspectives, and like I would love to do something like that, and other people would love to see things like that. The story just needs to be told, and I think in 2025, in the next year, that would be something that I think battle rap needs to look into. UK battle rap, I should say. More stories. You know, the biggest battles have a reason why they're the biggest battles. Tay-Rock and Murder Mook. All the transgender angles and the arguments before the battles happened for years. Dot Mob splitting. Like, that was a story there. Sue Surf, Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty has this climb up to being one of the best in the world. Sue Surf comes out of jail and they all tell him you have to battle Rum Nitty. That's your battle there. And he takes it. Like, there's so many stories to be told that I think, and specifically UK battle rap, even if you have a big, massive, like, why Rum Nitty, Jazz, and Koji and Gemini? Why? Like, that's it's amazing battle. There's no slight to Premier Battles on that battle. It's amazing. Why? So like they actually, you know what? I'm going to give Briggsy credit. Leaned into it with the Sun and the booking. So I'm actually going to give him praise for that, because they've set up a bit of a storyline. But why Koji and Gemini? Why would they feel they were a good 2-on-2? How do they feel now that it's Rum Nitty and not another battle rapper that it was probably supposed to be? How it's just, I know, I think the only thing now, and actually again, this sounds like I'm glazing Briggsy, he had the story of the pit, amazing. Like, I know there's been battle rap movies, like maybe 3 altogether, but like you know, more like, this is where Briggsy's writing talents could lean into storytelling in battle rap, and that goes for our too. Little storytelling. It's I know running events a lot of hard work and everything like that, but if you have a battle you've invested money into, it's probably good to tell the story. That's and that'll probably hopefully be something that I look into, the storyline of some battles that are happening, or recap battles that happened and maybe things that led up to why the battle was so big. If you want to see that, put that in the comments. But I just think in 2025 we need more storylines, because even a fake fight. Like, I know that sounds cringe. I know. But if there was a battle that led from a fake fight that only the league knew was fake, and you videoed it, and then you trailed it, and even kind of mockingly did like a wrestling thing, where like I've always I think of that WrestleMania, the regular, oh, this is a battle, because their styles are good. I think we just need a little more. And I think you get more casual fans in doing that. One of the reasons I think Don't Flop was so popular was that Don't Flop, like you began to understand the characters. We knew Pedro was a live wire. We know O'Shea. We knew of Shotty Horror in how good he was, and we knew Tony D was Uncle Tone. We had these identities for people, and I'm not saying that the battlers right now don't have an identity, but we know them for their skills and their talents. Let's now have them invested in our life. Let's have them be involved in making bigger battles. You know, creative. Let's just be creative. That's maybe the main thing. I want to know what people would think about that, though. That whether it's a creative storyline or if it's just best that we just kind of keep it battle for battle and keep it genuine. You know, do we think the realness is going to keep battle rap here forever, and the, like, not the honesty, but the straightforward nature of most battles? I know we do face-offs and stuff, but there could be the decision of the league. You could just have a little bit of a story in there, just a little bit. So that has been the video here. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. MEMBARZ, just, you need to support MEMBARZ. MEMBARZ are in talks with big names. I've heard big names being thrown about quite a lot with MEMBARZ, and the only way they can get them names in if the people are involved. And that goes across all the leagues, because battle rap's not going to be here forever. Who knows? Battle rap could go in 5 years. Who knows? And the only way it can stay around is if we're still invested. CammyGBR.
Anytime you need me, girl, you know I'm by your side. And I know that you know that I can make it right. I feel just how